This video is brought to you by the EA Game Changers program. Massive thank you to EA for flying me out to Germany to capture this footage, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Whee! Yo, it's your boy Wolf here, man. Welcome back to the Arsenal career mode on FIFA 19, man. We're back in the building, you know what I'm saying? Just got my new suit, fresh tie, clean pressed trousers, shoe having Wolfie in the building. We're back here, man, and yeah, we signed 2 players in the last episode. Pjanic is in. Tellez is in, splashing that cash. We've got 26 million left to spend, and we get a transfer offer here from Kolasinac from Inter Milan. Ideally, maybe if I was doing 2 seasons, I would have considered selling him and then bringing in another young left back. But with 1 season, I can't risk it. Can't make too many risks. Chelsea thought they were absolutely the slickest in the city and came in with a £47.2 million offer for Mesut Ozil, and I was actually not too sure about what to do here because you know, it would be nice having Ozil in the midfield 3 with Pjanic and Ramsey, but at the same time, it's Ozil. I'm kind of just not the biggest fan of Ozil. I'd rather just see if I can let him go. So I said, listen, give me 70 million and Ozil is yours. Chelsea's rep came back and said, listen, we give you 50.1. I say, you kind of need to look at the player you're trying to sign, look at the team you're trying to sign him from, and renegotiate and rethink your offer. They come back talking about some 64.6. I said, it's a bit tough. You're not really meeting expectations. You know what I'm saying? 70 million. Like, understand the figures that I'm offering you. And he said, nope, it's not happening. I'm out. Peace, catch you on the flip side. I said, okay, cool, that's it. Alright, don't come back for none of my players. That's all I'm saying. Nottingham Forest come in 3.2 for Emiliano Martinez. Guy's still here, still surviving, still living, still breathing, still wearing that Arsenal training kit every day, still rocking that Arsenal tee wherever he goes. And yeah, winger wise, I do think we needed a backup winger. I do think it was important that we had one, so I did go in for Kisa. Bernadeschi was just, I think it was just, they didn't want to sell him. We couldn't even go in for him. They just didn't want to let him go. They weren't ready to sell him, so it was too important. So it is what it is at the end of the day. It's valued at 12 million, so I went into not too high, and I don't think it was too low. A respectable 18.8 million for Kisa, and Fiorentina should be happy with that fee because they're in the Serie A. They don't get that much money anyway, so it is what it is at the end of the day. And they come back and say it's absolutely fine. So first time offer, first time it gets accepted, and there were no issues. Quick little meeting, guy was in and out. He just said, you know, I was like, he dipped. That was it. What kind of meeting is that? What language was even just spoken then? I don't even know. Anyway, Kisa comes in, slides into the office with his agent. You know what I'm saying? Look at me, I'm all ready. I told you, new press suit, clean tie in the building. I'm here, ready to represent Arsenal FC to the fullest. Gunner. You know what I'm saying? I'm really about this suit and tie life. Anyway, so he's got a 42,000 wage. That's what his wages are. He's going to be important because I'm going to rotate him now and again. He's got a contract length of 5 years, so he'll be here until he's 25. And then he asked for 67,000 a week, and I was just like, listen, at the end of the day, I need you. I ain't complaining. You're a good player. You're going to be absolutely fantastic in the future. Get in the squad. So I think those are 3 really brilliant signings there. We've got Kisa in, we've got Pjanic in, and we've got Tellez in as well, man. Which pretty much leaves us with next to nothing in the bank. We've got no money left. Kind of looking back at it now, like when I sat there, I remember just thinking to myself, like, maybe you could have gone in for someone else, like a striker or something. But I do think a backup winger was necessary, and I do think a new left back was necessary. Pjanic, again, you can't turn down Pjanic. He's just too good on this year's game. He really is just an absolute boss. So here I did have to, obviously, you saw the requirements that we had to meet, the objectives we had to meet at the start of the season. We had to sign a youth player. We actually had to sign 2 youth players, and then we had to train one up and build them up to the first team. So I found this guy, Thomas Hendricks. Are you sure about him? He's about to be bomb litty. He's about to be absolutely incredible. But of course, we won't get to see his potential or how he turns out because it's only 1 season. And I also sent a scout to Brazil as well. Sent one to England, sent one to Netherlands, and sent one to Brazil. And yeah, first time he really didn't find anything too amazing, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Moving on here, training wise, I was actually signing Mavropanos, and I was also training Guendouzi as well. So those are the two players I really focus on with trading. Finally had an offer here for Carl Jenkinson from San Lorenzo, man. San Lorenzo, the Argentinian squad, coming in for Carl Jenkinson. Off top, I was just ready for Carl Jenkinson to reject them, because I even me as Carl Jenkinson, I wouldn't want to finish my career or be in my prime in my career having played for Arsenal in Argentina. Now, that's no disrespect, or that's no, saying that, I don't like the league. It's just, as a player, I would not want to be 26 going to Argentina. So I was kind of ready for Carl Jenkinson to say, listen, I'm not ready to prepare to go there yet. Maybe when I'm older, I will go to a league like that. But right now, I'd rather stay in the Premier League or somewhere like Ligue 1 or somewhere like Serie A or Eredivisie maybe, but that. So off top, I was kind of expecting him to just come back and say he's rejected it. Funnily enough, I had an offer from Paris Saint-Germain, and they went in for Gideon Zalalem, and this was, I was shocked. I was with the official FNG, he was beside me, and he saw the offer, and we were both shocked. I was like, Paris Saint-Germain, are you actually 100% certification live sure? What kind of word is that? I don't know. I really don't. Laurent Koscielny had a transfer offer here from Fenerbahce, and now this is where I was kind of thinking, like, listen, maybe if you did sign Boateng, you could afford to let Laurent Koscielny go, but however, this guy is kind of like a club ledge. Are you willing to really let him go? He's 32, he's 82 rated. So yeah, you can see I just stood there, I looked at the screen, I was like, how can I make this actually work? Could I make this work? Chances are, no, I couldn't. I could not make that deal work. So we did end up just letting it go and moving on. And here we are, man. First game of the season here with Arsenal FC. The fixture list did me dirty. That is not the Premier League ball, of course, because yeah, there were like rules and things we had to follow, and I saw a Premier League ball, so I was like, I'm not gonna try and get hit with like EA getting annoyed with me or anything like that. So I was like, look, I'm just gonna leave that and just put a default ball there. It is what it is. Found out at the end it wasn't the ball. I could have used that ball anyway, so it wasn't a problem, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I decided to just keep it, just be on the safe side at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, there is our lineup here. I had to speed up the footage, of course, because I don't want to get hit with a strike from the Premier League. So yep, I've known that since last year, since FIFA 18. Back forward there, they got Walker, Company, Otamendi, Mendy. They got Silva, Fernandinho, and De Bruyne, and up the top, Sterling, Aguero, and Sane. A dominant side. It always has been. It's nothing new here. Later on in the match here, man, Sterling was causing me all types of problems on the right hand side. My boy was gone. Dribbling on the right hand side, whips in a beautiful cross here, and Lando with a nice, just comfortable save. 8 minutes in, and then a bad mistake there, and Sterling with his disgraceful finishing hoofs it wide, and the danger is gone. Walker here with his bestiality of a left back self clear that ball here. We get a corner here, and I'm looking for a header here, whipping the corner here. Lacazette then, Lacazette gets our first goal in the Premier League campaign in the 25th minute. Lacazette just drilled that header in. No keeper, don't care who you are, no keeper is saving that header. Look at this bullet saving what header, please? Which header are you saving? He's saying yee. Ooh, off the post as well. That's how you go stunt on your first goal. I see you, Lacazette. Anyway, Man City in possession. This was nothing new. Silva pass it through here, and defense is on job. Koscielny saying, listen, I'm glad you didn't show me, because this is what I can offer to the squad. Look, sacrifice himself, and look at this through ball here to Lacazette. Lacazette is through, man. Lacazette is so good on this game. Lacazette cuts back, gets in, finds position, hits the finesse, and Ozil with the header, and Ederson tips it over, just over the bar here. Pass through from Aubameyang to just over. Torreira just over. You try and get that debut goal. I see you. Free ball here to De Bruyne. De Bruyne pass over to Sane, and the finesse over the bar. Man City just kept on coming. They was just on my case the whole game. Sterling, that was even Sterling. That was, I can't say his name. But they did eventually bring someone on. And look at Leno, man, messing up again. Leno was causing all kinds of just mistakes, and it was kind of getting irritating. And, you know, I kind of thought, listen, Liverpool kind of just snuck in the dressing room and swapped souls with Karius and Leno because it was a bit tough. But we do get our first win over Manchester City, man. You got to give me some respect for that one, you know what I'm saying? Keesa did come on later towards the end and didn't really do much, but it is what it is. A pair of fresh legs gets you to the Premier League. Lacazette, 2 shots, 1 goal, did get us the goal that got us the win. Aguero didn't. Where was you, mate? Where was you? Back in the office here, man. Willock's transfer to Ostersunds. FK broke down. He did have an offer there, and he rejected it. Martinez getting another offer here from Racing Club. Another Argentinian squad. All of them are in the same field. 3.2 million. So there's no reason for me to reject or ask for more money or ask for less money. It was going to ultimately be down to Martinez whether he wanted to leave or not. Back in the Premier League now, man. Chelsea versus Arsenal here, man. It is a derby game here, and it's a big game. Arsenal, of course, we've strengthened, but Chelsea, of course, have strengthened as well, man. They've got Jorginho in midfield, and they've also got Kovacic in midfield as well. So, new additions there in midfield, and obviously in goal, they've got Kepa. Courtois has left. He's gone to Real Madrid. So both teams are going through changes. Both teams are going through transitions here. Kepa in between the sticks. You've got Hysaj, David Luiz, Azpilicueta and Alonso as the back four. Kovacic, Jorginho and Kante, the central midfield. And then Willian, Morata and Hazard are the attack there up the top. Should be a good game. Should be interesting. And I say I was confident. You know, I just beat Man City. I'm confident. I got this. I got this. But right there, relax. Elena with a B save. Parrying that out, and it went for a corner, but nothing happened of that. Tellers through here to Lacazette. Lacazette getting into the box here, finds a pass to Messi. Ozil, one job, and he doesn't make the job. How you skied it? How does one skieth a shot like that? But that just comes down to first time shooting, man. The new time shooting is really a challenge, and it is going to separate skill between just generic players. But once you do get time finishing like that, e.g. with a finesse shot, sometimes it just looks absolutely beautiful. And Aubameyang, sorry, my apologies, gets his first goal of the season here. Cut in, took it round, and then just slotted that off the post in the back of the net. It's 1-0 to Arsenal, man. I'm telling you, I came in this game with confidence. Not confidence, confidence. I was full, I was high, I was happy. I was like, listen, I'm high off just beating Man City. We need to just go in now. Like, we just need to be like the team that we were against Man City. Defend well, take our chances, and we'll be good. And this was from kickoff. Morata here, moving forward, finds Willian. No left back inside. Willian had the space, crosses that in. Hazard by himself. My boy scored a header from kick-off, you know. From kick-off. From the center of the pitch. They did me like that. Hazard with a header. Why and how this man had so much space is beyond me. And I think that comes to my tactic. I think that comes down to just the constant pressure. Because he was just left open. The whole side where Hazard was, he was just left open. Kovacic here. Finds a cross here. The ball. A bit of iffy nonsense happening there. Slots it through to Kante, and Kante smashes it in the back of the net. It's 2-1, and the tides have changed. The momentum has changed. Everything has changed. And I was like, he's a bit tough, Dad. It was a bit tough, and that's a brilliant finish from Kante. I can't take it away from him. But it shouldn't have happened in the first place. We really should have cleared that. It should be 1-1, but it is what it is. They did score, and we just got to keep moving forward here. Bellerin here, passes the ball into midfield to Aubameyang, hits another finesse, and Kepa, fingertip save, parrying that out. Hysaj here, new signing for Chelsea, running down the wing, crosses that in. Morata with a top bins header. When I talk about top bins, I'm talking about like the corner it hit. It legit hit the top right corner. And Morata is an absolute issue on this game. He is so good on this year's game. AI-wise, he's good on this game. I haven't used him personally, but AI-wise, Morata is so good on this game. It's ridiculous. Same with Hazard. Hazard is an absolute problem on this game. And all of a sudden, we've just fallen apart. Arsenal have fallen apart here. 66th minute here. Willian crosses that in dead. Are you sure about life? Are you absolutely sure? And that is the first ridiculous goal that you will see in this career. There's plenty more to come. That was absolutely incredible. Watch this for a finish from the AI. You can't do it like that. You don't do me like that. He said, "What Kiang? What? Sorry, are you sure about life?" At this point, I was just in absolute shock. I didn't know what to think. It's not over. It's not over. They just kept on coming. They did not want me to win that. 91st minute. Death. That was the nail in the coffin. Willian gets the past the keeper. 5-1. 5-1. The AI are an absolute problem this year on the game, and you lot will see it for yourself when you get your hands on the game. They are an absolute issue, and they will punish you if you give them the space and the time. Willian with an incredible finish there. Leno probably could have done better, but no taking away from Willian how he slotted that through the keeper. And yeah, man, this is what I was thinking. I was like, is the game sure? Are we sure? Is my defense sure? Is Leno sure? As a club, are we sure about this season? But it is what it is. 5-1. We got absolutely bodied. And moving forward, we've got to do much, much better. Especially if we want to clinch that Europa League title and the Premier League title, we need to do much better. Two Spanish friends there, Morata and Bellerin, talking there, just chopping it up at the end of the game. And Morata, as I said, is an absolute fantastic player in this year's game. And with the AI's control anyway, he's super good. Had a transfer offer here from Real Madrid, 42.1 million. Now, this is going to make a nice little situation of a story. You know what I'm saying? I was sat there, I was thinking, listen, Morata back at Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? Listen, as I said, I don't want to sell him, but I don't mind selling him at the same time. It's kind of like I'm just in between. If I get an offer, I will talk to the club about it. But at the same time, you know, I'm not going to try and force Ozil out of the club. So they come in 42.1. Listen, you got that. You're 3-time Champions League winners. You got the dosh. They say, nah, 42.1. We ain't really trying to, you know, spend that much money getting Ozil back in the squad. We ain't trying to do that, you know. And I was like, listen, you lot got to come a bit better than that. You need to give me a bit better than Lopetegui come back and say 55.5. I said, listen, you're getting, you're annoying me now. Like, listen, just 60 million. It's not that difficult. You have the money. Help me out. And he says, okay, you got a deal. I had a transfer offer here from Manchester City for Kolasinac, which we're going to reject because I need to keep him. So that is that. And yeah, man, I kind of thought it was weird that they were coming in from anywhere. I was thinking to myself, like, why would you need him? You got Mendy. Again, another one that just didn't make sense. Of course, we're only doing one season and we were down, you know, there were like restrictions and times and whatnot. So like, I didn't want to spend, I couldn't spend the whole 3 days that we were there at the capture event playing every single game, otherwise I wouldn't have finished the season. So I had to simulate some games, so there will be a lot of simulated games, but that's just to ensure that we do get through the entire season with Arsenal FC. And I thought we were gonna hold this L, you know what I'm saying? I thought we were gonna hold the L, but nah, team pulled through. Lacazette 2 goals, Socrates scoring as well. And we finished off, cleaned off West Ham United. Back into the office here, man. We're moving in to transfer deadline day, which of course will be in the next episode. But we had a transfer offer here from Napoli for Koscielny. Again, Boateng deal happened. I probably would have considered it. I probably would have thought about it. But to be fair, have no reason to sell Koscielny at the same time. Like, as I said, club legend, captain. You know, he is what you just need him in the squad. I think you just need him as an Arsenal manager. You just kind of need him around. So I did reject it, and that is another offer rejected there for Koscielny. But it is what it is. So as I said, we will be getting into deadline day in the next episode. But this is how the table looks at the end of the first 3 games. Everton sit on top of the table with 9 points, along with Burnley. Newcastle, Manchester United, and Chelsea are Newcastle and Manchester United are level points with 7. Chelsea in 6th alongside us as well, and we are sitting in 6th position due to I believe goals for think is what is doing us there. And Spurs, as long as we're top of Spurs, I mean that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. But it is what it is, man. If you have enjoyed the episode, make sure you do leave a like on the video, subscribe for more FIFA 19 content, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Take care of yourselves. Peace.